Okay, so we have learned about text animation and we have learned about the animations provided by After Effects already. And now we are going to learn about the mask concept inside of After Effects. Okay, so let's do one thing. I'll delete this text here and I'm going to select my text over here and I'm going to type simple text like motion. I'll select this and I'll press Ctrl Alt Home to align that anchor point to the center. I'll go to the align tab, align it horizontally, align it vertically, press S for scaling option and I'll scale it like this. Then I'm going to give a normal animation to it. So I'll go to the animate menu and I'm going to choose position and initial position. I'm going to bring this somewhere around over here. And then I'll go to the range selector option and I'm going to create one keyframe at start. Then I'll go somewhere around at 2 seconds and I'm going to make this value 100. Then I'm going to select those keyframe and I'm going to hit F9 to easy ease those keyframe. Obviously, very simple, nothing much more rocket science. Then I can go to the graph editor, right click and I'll make sure that I'm in edit speed graph. I can select this graph and by holding shift I can move this handle over here and by holding shift I can move this handle over here. So if I hit play now, I'll get this kind of animation. Now, if you know that in After Effects, when you press F4, you can toggle between these options like that. Okay, so generally we see this all option motion blur 3D. Now I'll switch to this options. Now I have for mask, we need to create one reference layer. So let's go and select this rectangle and it doesn't matter that what kind of color you choose. So let's choose any color and let's create one rectangle like this. Now let's hit enter and let's call it as mask for text. Okay, and now if I click on this text layer, as you guys can see over here, you will get this option called track matte. So this track matte is actually act like a mask, which means whatever this rectangle rectangle cover, only that much layer is going to be visible. For example, if I go to the start and if I select my track matte, and right now it's no title track, but if I choose alpha matte mask for text and if I click on it, then as you guys can see, we cannot see, but if I hit spacebar, only that portion is going to be visible, which is under this mask for text layer. Similarly, if I go over here and if I choose alpha inverted mask, then what will happen? Only that layer is going to be visible, which is outside this entire area. So these are the basic concept of track matte over here. Okay, and let's do one thing right now. Let's delete no title tracks. Okay, and we will delete this layer as well. And let's hit U and hit K to go on forward direction. Now, if you see over here that to create a mask, we have created separated shape layer, then we have chose this track matte. But sometimes what happens is that we need to create mask on this layer only. So at that time, what we need to do, first thing, we need to select this layer and then we have to select our rectangle tool, and only on that layer itself we have to create this kind of mask. And now if you go and see, we are gonna get almost same results like this. But generally with this type of mask, what happens is that if I press M on my keyboard, I can reveal all this mask. If I minimize it and maximize it again, I'll get so many options like mask path. Like on mask path, from name itself, it's a path. If I create one keyframe over here, I can go to the 1 second. I can create another layer, and with the help of this selection, I can select this much selection, for example, and by holding shift, I can adjust it over here. So as you guys can see, I'll get this animation of this mask as well. So this is the use of this mask path. Generally, we don't use it. So let's delete it. Then we will get this mask opacity as well. For example, if I decrease the opacity from name itself, you will get similarly mask expansion, which means it will expand our mask area like this. Okay, so let's make this 0 only, and you can make this minus as well like that. Similarly, you will get this option called mask feathers. From name itself, it will add feathers to it. Okay, So these are the concept of mask. If you want to create a separate layer and mask, simply create a shape layer and choose this track matte options, and you can create mask on this layer itself with the help of simply select that layer, select your shape tool and create mask on that layer.